Hello and welcome to the Beer Necessities. My name is Martin and this is the Zunfthaus. This is the headquarters where episodes of the Beer Necessities are thought up and planned. This in itself is not an episode. I just want to give you a brief introduction as to what the Beer Necessities is going to be all about, and then over the course of autumn 2023 we'll gradually start to post some episodes. Now, the Beer Necessities is all about going out and visiting breweries and sampling the beer at source. Why is that the approach that we're taking? Well, there are so many other beer review channels where people have their home pubs and they're sampling beer and doing reviews, and they're really, really helpful. And you know, that's great. But that's done. You know, there's enough of people doing a really good job of that already. I want to go out and visit the breweries and the monasteries, because that's where you get a real sense for the love and the craft that sits behind each beer. But also there's another reason, and that's because beer is never at a better point than when it's at source. If you think about a lot of the beers, whether they're really commercial beers or niche craft beers, Belgian beers, whatever they may be, by the time they've got from the brewery to a bottling plant, distributed wherever, to a supermarket shelf, generally they've been through all kinds of temperatures and things like that, and certainly room temperature. And beer is not supposed to be kept at room temperature. Beer is at its best. Well, most beers are at their best, I should say. You know, when they're kept at a pretty chilled state. So if you think about a lot of beers that contain, you know, really niche yeasts and candy sugars and things like that, when they're not kept at the right temperature, there's all kinds of things happening in those bottles, and you won't get the intended taste. So by going to the source, that's where we'll find out what that beer is really meant to taste like and can do a proper review on it. I will be unscripted, and like I am now, so I waffle a lot, and unedited. So if I'm reviewing a beer, the camera goes on, and it'll take as long as it takes. I'm not cutting it up and chopping it around or anything like that, because I just want this to be for people who want to experience it as I'm experiencing it. And if I start editing it and things like that, then I'll probably start becoming a little bit more like other beer review channels where they'll open the bottle, pour it in a glass and go, right, caramel, we've got real banana esters there, we've got XYZ notes and things like that, and start reeling it off straight away, clearly rehearsed or borrowed from various internet review sites, which is fine, because that's probably helpful to a lot of people, is to just cut to the chase about what that beer is all about, and the aromas and the flavours associated with it. But when people go, it's this, it's that, they've clearly rehearsed it or borrowed the information from other sources, and I don't want to do that. I want to just be genuine, off the cuff, and because I'm unscripted and edited, you'll find that sometimes I waffle, like I am doing. Sometimes I'll get my words muddled up, and sometimes I might forget to give some information or get the information slightly wrong, even though I probably know what the right information is. It's just the nature of trying to do this sort of thing and being completely new to standing in front of a camera, particularly when there are people all around. So where that happens, I'll try and correct things where possible at the bottom of the screen. So bear with it. And over time, I'm hoping I get better at it, get more comfortable with speaking in front of a camera when there's people Googling at you and things like that. So that's the aim. But, I am, this is just a hobby for me. Like I say, I have a job. This beer is a passion of mine without a shadow of a doubt. I've been, drinking beer, different beers from all around the globe for many, many years, and it just felt like the right time to do something like this. So I hope you enjoy watching. If you've got any suggestions, then please get in touch about any breweries or beers that you think we should sample and review. More than happy to do that. But whether you're a beer connoisseur, a beer enthusiast, or just beer curious, I hope you get some value out of the content in the forthcoming shows, and maybe take a bit of inspiration to go and visit some of these breweries and try some of these beers yourself if you haven't done so already. So, I don't think I've got too much else to say at this point, other than there's a few different episodes coming up around Germany, Belgium, other countries as well. And next month I'll be going to us, and next month being September 2023, I'll be going to my 16th consecutive Oktoberfest in Munich. It would be number 18 if it wasn't for the COVID pandemic. So I will be doing an episode from the Oktoberfest in Munich as well, which should be, well, in theory, hopefully quite interesting. But yeah, there's plenty more to come. So please give us a follow, and then you'll get notifications about when episodes are available. A like is always good for the ego, but don't want to come across too needy. And like I say, share some comments, be honest with us, and if there are areas that you think you'd like us to focus on, then we're up for it. So in a few weeks, the first episode will be published, and that will be in Bruges, looking at the breweries and the beers of the city centre of Bruges, basically. And then we'll move on to some other areas, but we'll come to that in due course. So thanks for watching, and hope to see you here again real soon.